Are you getting a lot of views on your Etsy listings but no sales? I know how frustrating that can be. I was in the exact same position. But don't worry, there's a few things that could explain it and some elements that can be improved to change this and finally get more sales. If you're new here, welcome. My name is Angie and I help ambitious Etsy sellers just like you to get their shop to the next level and finally live off their passion. If you haven't subscribed yet, hit the subscribe button and the bell to be notified every time I post a new video about Etsy selling tips and advice. Alright, before I give you my favorite strategic improvements to help you get more sales, I think it's important to have a clear understanding of what I call the Etsy formula. When I talk about the Etsy formula, I mean this: relevant Etsy views plus Etsy clicks plus doubts removed equal sales. So let's talk about the first part of the formula, the relevant Etsy views. Notice how I didn't only talk about views, but I mentioned relevant ones. That is because relevant is actually the key. If you're getting a lot of views but no sales, this might be the first thing that you will want to improve in your listings before you change anything else. If you appear in searches that are not related directly to what you're selling, you might be getting the views, but you surely won't get the sales. Simply because customers either don't know what they were looking for, especially when searching for broad kinds of keywords, they were getting inspiration, or they were curious to see what was that listing that kind of appeared randomly in their search. So that is the most important to me, because if you can't be sure that you're not appearing in non-relevant searches, then you can make all the modifications you want, it won't change a thing. The easiest way to see if your SEO is working correctly is by checking your listing stats, and more specifically, the search terms. Does it make sense to you? Are you being found in weird kinds of searches? For example, let's say that you sell wall art, framed posters. Are you appearing in searches related to wallpaper? If so, you will need to improve your SEO. I did a full video about how you can create optimized titles and tags for your Etsy listings. You can find it here or in the description below. So that is the first thing that I recommend you do. Make sure your SEO is on point and the best it can be. If that's the case, if you're getting a lot of relevant views, if you're getting a lot of views from potential customers, but they're not converting, I want to say first, well done. I know it's frustrating. I won't deny the fact that views not converting into sales is not a problem, but already you managed to get the first part of the Etsy formula right. You have the views. So pat yourself on the back for achieving this already. And now we're going to work together to transform these views into sales. So you remember the Etsy formula: relevant Etsy views plus Etsy clicks plus doubts removed equal sales. Now we're on the second step of the formula. We're trying to get the clicks. There's not thousands of ways to do that. It's going to be either with your main photo or with your price. Your main photo should be the first thing that your potential customer sees. It should be what makes them click on your listing even before seeing the price. That's how good your main photo should be. I will create a full video on how you can take amazing photos of your products for your Etsy listings in the very near future. Let me know if you would be interested in this in the comment. But for now, remember the 3 pillars of Etsy photography. You want your product photos to be clear, meaning good lighting, not pixelated or not blurry. You want your photos to be explanatory. Your customers should understand what it is at a glance. And your product photos should be emotional. It should evoke positive feelings into your customers. Maybe it's because they can see it being worn and they're imagining themselves wearing your products. They can see the furniture in the living room and can easily envision what it will look like in their home. If you follow these 3 product photography golden rules, you're much more likely to get clicks on your listings. Besides that, being competitive in terms of your prices can help with getting more views. But I will say that I have worked with many Etsy sellers that sold their products on a higher price point, but it was completely justified by the listing quality and the quality of the product itself. So if you just started your Etsy shop and you would like to get a few sales to start getting some experience, and if you can afford to be slightly cheaper, though always breaking even at least, then do it. You can always increase your prices later on. So once you get the clicks, you now need to put your salesman cap on and start selling your products. I know a lot of you might not like that, but you can sell your products efficiently without sounding overly salesy. It's all in the details. To get your interested person to convert into a happy buyer, you need to convince them that your product is what they're looking for. First, you need to give them all the information they need in the description and in the photos. How tall is it? What materials are you using? How can I download it? What colors are available? All of these are examples of questions that your customers ask themselves constantly. If you don't answer these questions, a lot of them won't be willing to look for the answer. They want to be given the answer. So your job as an Etsy seller is to provide all these answers in a clear and readable way. You also want to be sure that your policies are clear. You would be surprised by the amount of people that won't buy from you if they have even the slightest doubt about what would happen if they had an issue with their order. So be clear in your shop policies regarding your cancellation policies or your return policies, but also make sure that you are accurate in your shipping policies. How long will it take for you to ship the order? How long will it take for your customers to receive the package? Answer these questions and make sure to include this everywhere in your shop. In your description, in your FAQ, in your photos. You don't want people to miss this information. Just so you know, the higher your prices, the more you will need to convince your potential customers that you are a legitimate shop with quality products. You know that, but they don't. So show them. And here you go, you now have mastered the full Etsy formula, and by implementing these recommendations, you will see the impacts on your conversions. Now, are you ready to take action and bring your Etsy shop to the next level? If so, download your free Etsy guide to help you set up your Etsy shop for success by clicking on the link in the description below. It's 10 pages full of information that you need to know if you're trying to have a successful Etsy shop. Be sure to subscribe to the channel so you don't miss the next video, and I'll see you next time.